In the UK, we've got autism's quite high on the agenda. I think there's a lot of information about autism. I think it's less well known in Gibraltar, but that doesn't mean that there aren't lots of children with autism. And I think the support group they're setting up, they've got such a positive energy. There's a group of parents who they're going to change the world. They're going to change Gibraltar, if not the world. And I think any parent who's struggling at the moment is to get in touch with one of them actually and use that as a stepping stone for getting as much information as they can. There's a lot of information out there, some's good, some's maybe not so good, but using the other parents to kind of, build on their experiences is probably a good start.
Would you say there's an international push to understand and treat the condition?
Well, there is certainly a lot of research that's going on regarding autism at the moment. It seems to be a bit of a buzzword, if you like, because it's quite a perplexing, certainly a very complex condition. And we don't know what the causes are, although it's starting to emerge that some of the causes are genetic. There are also a lot of other factors that can come into play. I would say it's very difficult to find a cure for autism because the causes of it are so complex. The other question that Tori and I tend to ask as we're doing our work is, do you really want to find a cure for autism? Because autism is not something that is purely a negative thing. And what we talk about is how there are a lot of positive aspects to autism, and a lot of people who have been autistic in the past, scientists and inventors, have given this world a lot and have a lot to contribute. So we would say the focus shouldn't necessarily be on finding a cure, but on trying to understand autistic people, making the world an easier place for them to communicate and for them to share their gifts with us, really.
Is this the main focus of your publication, All Kids? I mean, what are the main aims here?
I think we've set up as a local magazine really, but it's sort of expanded to being national and now international. And yeah, I think that's probably at the bottom of our ethos, is really about educating people, but also giving parents some really practical advice that they can kind of implement straight away. Some things that really might work for their children to help the parents understand the autism, but also give them bite-sized chunks of information that then they can try with their child, knowing that autism is a marathon, not a sprint, and that something you try once might not work, but maybe going back to things. So the magazine's quite simple, it's colourful, it's easy to read. It's hopefully something that parents can kind of have a look at and go, oh right, I'm going to try that with my child. So that's what we aim to do really.
And as a parent and co-author of the magazine, what would your advice for parents dealing with autism be?
I think firstly it would be to relax, actually. The diagnosis can lead to you feeling that you don't really know your child. You've got this label and it's unfamiliar. It hasn't changed your child overnight. Your child is still the same person. To relax, because children with autism, we've said in our talk this morning, are like sponges. They really do take from you. If they take that you're anxious and that you're not okay about things, then that's how they'll feel. So to relax, to have a bit of humour, to bond and laugh with your child, to understand the world from their point of view, and then you get more of a communication with them.